story be in your attention. Yembonra at the camp of Borussia Dortmund.
Okay.
This is the warm-up to the Champions League finals.
Sure.
Now, Eden Terzic, but now how can the profile chair must say, or a videographer stroke, a tactical analyst. So he's one person, or you see the SWOT analysis, Eddie analyzing your opponents, and know how to attack and defend against your opponents.
Okay.
And we share the news now about out last week. Now we heard said Chouameni is one person that he would be out of the Real Madrid setup, and if he's going to be out, I explained said it means automatically Team Real Madrid will be using a floating number 8 and I say a floating number 6 as their double pivots in the Champions League finals. And Sano Borussia Dortmund for are organizing a trial match against their own under 23s, and that trial match now we more organizing, it was an indoor one. And looking at the testing and as a setup, coach Eden Terzic for Borussia Dortmund AUC in that trial match against their U23 now, or you see a 4-3-1-2, and that 4-3-1-2 no, I explained here say a coach like Eden Terzic who uses the SWOT analysis will target that area now. Team Real Madrid weakness in the sense they say they don't have a typical number 6 in their setup, but rather using a floating number 6. And with that, it means to say if you are using a floating number 6, they will definitely go forward. Space is ever generating in between the last line of their defense and their midfield lines. Okay. And if space is ever generated, how is Coach Eden Terzic going to exploit that space? Obey, you see a three-quarter star, and for him to use a three-quarter star in those gaps now, between their midfield lines and their defensive setup, it means to say that three-quarter star can have a lot of spaces to exploit that spaces, to play in the attacking other central midfielders and that of their fullbacks and the two leading strikers. So looking at that two up front now, team Borussia Dortmund, you see in the finals against Team Real Madrid now, it is simple. It calls something pinning. So two forwards, pinning the two centre backs of Team Real Madrid, because Real Madrid you see back four, and Russia back four now. Laterals no tackle minimum, but two no etage for the security ring, and that is the target area now. At the intensity, target. Meaning, no be creating that 2v2 situation, in the central and I say interior channels on the pitch of play. And Ebanesana, it also allows the three-quarter star, and I am having a feeling say maybe Marcus Ruiz will play in that number 10 role. If not Marcus Ruiz, they have other quality players in Julian Brandt, they have other quality player in Jordan Sancho who can also fulfill that role as the three-quarter star, playing as that deep playmaker. And from that, you could see from that 4-3-1-2 setup now, or you see inside you 23 trial match now, it is for one other reason, which is the central progression. And if our target is the central progression, it means to say he has a plan to neutralize that diamond shape of Team Real Madrid. And I think that if Coach Eden Terzic is targeting these areas, then Real Madrid needs an antidote. And they may try as much as possible, say may disintegrate this approach now. Coach Eden Terzic or Debano. Now to play with a two up front, there are a lot of options that I think say Eden Terzic ever explore in the build up to the finals against Team Real Madrid. But to use two typical strikers up front, meaning we can see a possibility where Sebastian Haller and Füllkrug will play together in that two up front with a playmaker and I say a three-quarter star sitting behind them and orchestrating the final third play. Then the second option can be one striker and a second striker, and that second striker too can be fulfilled by Abrante and Marcus Rose. Then they can go up front with either Füllkrug or Sebastian Haller in that combination. Then the last combination is one striker plus a baiting playmaker. You can baiting playmaker. So our playmaker is playing alongside the striker, not as a typical striker, but obe behaving as a playmaker, playing closer to that number 10. Ebanesana obetching the other centre back of Team Real Madrid, isolating the striker and the other defender. Ebanesana, it's easy for the number 10 to also play around that structure, and that's a 3v3 situation. And that is one possibility I'm seeing. Is a Coach Eden Terzic able to exploit. Now, say I share that three-quarter star rule now, also implemented in that finals against Team Real Madrid. Now, it is simple. The lone attacking midfielder playing as that three-quarter star. The first responsibility they say Obebua Team Borussia Dortmund to actually force Team Real Madrid to tighten their shape infield. One tighten infield that the exterior channels for their laterals to push higher. Then they can form that traditional attacking triangles. To breaking the defensive setup of Team Real Madrid from either flanks. Then the second one is to also allow the two central strikers to drop in between the lines and also pick those loose balls. Then they can quick start the attack. And the last responsibility at the lone attacking midfielder in the game against Real Madrid this coming Saturday in one bay and say obe allow Amo ometimi ABA sa two half spaces for their central midfielders to actually pick, because that two floating number 6 they will definitely stay glued to the lone number 10 playing as that triquartista role opening up the left half space and the right half space for the two central midfielders to occupy and affect the game in the their third final phase of play. So I think Coach Edin Terzic, being a videographer and being a tactical analyst, is making some impacts in training. And Team Real Madrid, Carlo Ancelotti, and then the boys need an antidote. And yes, there we can see what's happened in the Europa, where the underdogs actually overthrown that of the big boys.
Matimira, legend.